stop that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
Second down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Auburn 7, Houston 0.
First play of the period will be a second down. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. He's got it inside the 25. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
The Tigers line it up with a first and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
The defense stiffened on the last play. Now it's third and goal again from the 2. Trying to run it in. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on 4th and goal. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They could make this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Scanning the field, it's Wegman. Makes the grab.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too. Got to hold on to that one.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Backed up at their own 13-yard line, it's first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Finding open areas. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just just outside the 10 at the 11.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man on the right. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And the Cougars didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Now the play fake. Now sliding to his left. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback. And you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch. It's Alston. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Yeah, and these big fellas, man, they can run so well at their size. A lot of times you see these tight ends, they don't necessarily run around you, but so physical to be able to break tackles and then make those extra yards after the catch.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The lone back's got it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Takes it the other way. He's on the 40.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look, so there's 2 safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him, keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Handoff from the gun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running into the open space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The inside handoff. And shoulder delivers the blow. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him. And in turn, you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Tries again to get it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Tigers.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback. putting some pressure on him, hitting him.
Lost one deep down the right side. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston!
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Fires to the wideout. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Wide open spaces. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Here's a throw downfield late. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. They're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's taking the deep shot. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He lobs one high down the left side. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over. And they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man,
Turning on the Jets. They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is plenty to give them a first down. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 17th-ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Edwards. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain. making your situation really good on the next down.
Johnson wants to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10.
Football 7. Football 7. Here we go.
They'll give it to the back. Quick spin on the run. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Takes a handoff. It's Edwards. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Well, look at this. Instead of trying to pin their opponent deep in their own territory, the offense stays on the field to go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
Off the RPO.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Alston. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And that ball's free behind the line. And the ball goes out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, you take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. The throw to the outside is complete. Oh, out of space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
He goes out of bounds at the 2-yard line. First and goal, Auburn.
Ready, set.
That's the end of the first quarter. After one, we're scoreless.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
In blue.
A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn.
Number 0
Follow
in
the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Johnson looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on second down.
22 water. Ready, set.
Off the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it, and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll try the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. back to pass. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Third down coming.
The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Auburn!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. At the 35, he's open. Turning it on. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wildcats! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
That's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
The AT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Coleman. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Looking to throw on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They'll run it on first and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
In the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a third down.
They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's third and goal from the 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Johnson wants to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. On his feet at the 40. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the 3rd quarter. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Coleman. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He might want another play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab past the marker. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Time to change now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. With the catch, it's Singleton. Sweet spin. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. Perhaps a touchdown saving tackle at the 17.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Now from inside the red zone. Makes the catch. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Returns it all the way back to the 23-yard line, and the defense gets a turnover.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments, you talk about, we've seen them do this, we've seen them do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew what was coming, did a great job defensively, forcing an interception right out the gates to start the second half.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. There he goes to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Kansas State. And here they come, almost all the way back.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
But we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football.
There he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Kansas State, 14.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And the ball squirted out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that was the biggest play of the game. They've got the lead offensively. They're trying to run this thing out. He coughs it up. The defense jumps on it. And all of a sudden, this game has a different feel.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Man, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make...
a seam wide open. Lots of running room. Touchdown, Wildcats. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the run, it's Alston. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Right back to it. He's loose. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He wants to change this route. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Release to the back. Caught close to the marker. It's Cobb. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now, this guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Gonna look downfield again. Pulls it in. It's Singleton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Extending the play. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Decisions, decisions, decisions. If you're the quarterback right now, that's the most important thing. You cannot put the football in harm's way. Tie football game late, but with these timeouts in your back pocket, you've got an opportunity to drive the field and win this thing. You just cannot throw the ball to the other team.
Offense changing the play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. open this possession from their own 20. Johnson looking to throw. Sets up the screen. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quick pass on the fly motion. Oh, he's got a chance. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground. All tied up. Under a minute to play.
Here we go, here we go.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before, and I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Finds his man, it's Brown. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now on first down from the 40. The give to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
And if they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Power football with the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going.
And, man, with that run, I think it kind of handcuffs you. I think you want to save that last time out when you need it for your field goal unit or whatever that looks like. Running the football there, man, keeping that clock ticking. I don't necessarily love that call.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. To the air on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Buys a little time. He's going to run it. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Running the ball in OT, and a nice job by the ball carrier, finding his lane, finding his hole, putting his foot in the ground, and getting upfield.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man on the right. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It is perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Johnson wants to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bradley. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Second down, they'll go to the air. There's the pressure. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Wants to fire on second down. Wideout trying to get it in. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Kansas State. This is one of the best games we've called this season.